Guys, can we just get good movies made? Like, look, the gimmicks.
Ain't no money in good movies. Stop.
But yeah.
I'm gonna skip the Shakira song because I'm gonna go into
you skipping Shakira? I thought that was a segue into mainstream.
We good into what?
Just how mainstream. You're talking about how mainstream when things become mainstream.
Yeah, but that shit's boring. Fuck it. Like
the Shakira song.
Just the talking of it. Maybe we'll do that at the end, but I want to do the Mummy.
The Mummy. The Mummy. So the new Tom Cruise remake of the Mummy. I saw that trailer a few weeks ago, and I just thought to myself, why? Like, what? Why Hollywood? Do we need this? Do we need Tom Cruise versus the Mummy?
You've been saying that, but I'm talking about the whole thing. Like, they're trying to be Marvel DC up in here.
No, that's not what's happening. That's absolutely not what's happening. They may think that, but where are you getting this from?
No, these are facts. I'm not even joking.
Well, where though? Like how?
So it's called
What's the comparison?
Dark. It's called the Dark Universe, right?
What's called the Dark Universe? The Mummy.
The Mummy
takes
is part
place
of
in the Dark Universe.
Yeah, instead of calling it
and you were
Universe
saying
Monsters.
the Dark Universe is all the old classic.
Yeah.
So they're like, wait a minute. So they're gonna come out with like a werewolf movie and like a Dracula and like.
Well, I'll tell you all of them.
Is that what you're saying? And then they're gonna join them together. And
so there's a picture of them all in the same room. They may or may not be in the same room, but Tom Cruise in the middle. And again, keep in mind, I haven't seen The Mummy, but Tom Cruise right now is playing Nick, the archaeologist guy, which is weird to me. Especially based on the rest of their castings, because you got
it's gotten this mainstream, universe creation. Very well, okay.
They got who's the gladiator? What's his name? It's Russell Crowe. Yes, he's playing Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Javier Bardem.
I like him.
Yeah, he's playing Frankenstein. Johnny Depp.
In what?
Well,
in The Mummy.
No, Dr. Jekyll.
These are the future movies that are coming out.
But Dr. Jekyll is Russell Crowe. He's in the movie too. So they, you got to sneak in Spider-Man with Iron Man and all that.
All right, I get it. So
hold on, let me finish. And then you got Javier Bardem as Frankenstein.
That's a dope cast. So I'm not gonna front.
The cast is dope. I mean, the first movie, Mummy, isn't. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but the casting isn't. But as we keep going to the future, which sucks, because it's like, why'd you start with this movie?
No disrespect to Tom Cruise. I just didn't see Tom Cruise fight a mummy.
I haven't seen the movie. But again, Nick, he's playing Nick. This is not exciting. Everybody else is playing people. He's playing Nick, the white guy. That's not like cool. Johnny Depp, which is playing the Invisible Man. And then you have Sexy Girl playing the Mummy. Which I found weird. You got like 4 famous dude and then hot young girl instead of getting like a famous girl. And see, like, so when I see that on paper, like you have hot girl instead of famous girl, and Tom Cruise is playing white generic guy. I was thinking maybe Tom Cruise is the Mummy or will become the Mummy in the movie, which would make more sense. That way, at least everybody has a power and he's not just guy,
yeah.
But yeah, like I found that weird. Like, had they done probably the Javier Bardem one or the Johnny Depp one, like first those sound more interesting.
Wait. But still, stop. This
Well, no, the whole idea is stupid, but just to
dark.
see them in their like the Javier Bardem one, his movie, assuming they still make it. It's not just he's playing Frankenstein, but they were gonna do Bride of Frankenstein. So
Wait, but are they merging these? Are these characters supposed to interact?
Yeah, it's gonna be like Avengers. Like I don't know what they would do in their movie all together in the same movie. But yeah, they're supposed to Avengerize them. It's a verb now.
I don't even.
And it's called the Dark Universe, and they have an intro when you watch The Mummy. It has an intro logo. It has an intro logo like Marvel has, and Wonder Woman started with their movie. So
there's no Dark Universe. So
it says the Dark Universe when you watch the movie.
There's no Dark Universe. That's wow. So they're gonna really take this. I don't even know what to think about that. I don't know if that's genius or like not in terms for me liking it. Like I don't like the sound of this already, but maybe in a bigger, more mainstream sense, like is this genius? I'm just taking it like you guys are just remaking old movies again. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I feel like this in my book. This is a new level. Do we need a dark universe now? Like, what is this? Van Helsing kind of did that. I don't know if you remember the movie Van Helsing. I think Hugh Jackman's in it, maybe.
I think so.
I don't think it's Hugh.
I think it's Hugh.
And he fights. Van Helsing goes and captures all these things, and like that movie was alright, but the story was better. But I don't. What's the point of this?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Is it just to copy? Is that the new thing now? It's going to be universes created? Like, dude. I
mean, this has been talked about for a while, and then another company has always talked about like G.I. Joe merging with Transformers and other things. I don't know if that one hasn't happened yet, but so everybody was talking about their universes kind of happening. You know what I mean? They want universes too. That's where the money is.
I don't know that. Do people want like a classic monster universe? Like I'm
not saying people want. I'm saying studios want. They want a universe. They want a universe. Everything.
Why that one though? Why the classic?
Because they own it already. It's a franchise. So that's their
This
comics.
Is a money grab.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is terrible from the start. Because I feel like. The intentions, I mean, obviously, part of the intentions is always money. I just don't get this. Sounds like just ripping off what's going on in the comic book movies and trying to see if, like, I don't think people are gonna care about that.
Yeah,
no one's gonna care that the Wolfman shows up in Dracula's movie and they team up to fight Frank. Like, and I don't think people care about that. I could be wrong, but I just.
Yeah, no.
They're going hard, though. The cast sounds crazy. I don't know. What if... I don't know, man. I don't know. Guys, can we just get good movies made? Like, look, the gimmicks...
Ain't no money in good movies. Stop.
Because there's
That's
no
why
gimmick
we're doing Transformers again in a few weeks. Hold
on.
Anthony Hopkins is in it.
I know. I saw the trailer. I saw. But for Marvel and DC, the universe thing makes sense. Because these characters actually do interact with each other in their comics. So it's cool to see that in the movies and that they actually do it on a deeper level. Now, I've never read all these books. And I feel like maybe in some of the older movies, there might be some crossovers. But is this just made up just for like... It makes sense that Iron Man and Spider-Man have a conversation and could be in each other's movies. Like, why would the Wolfman be in Frankenstein's movie? Like, why would they even be interacting with each other at all?
Because money.
Or is that like in the stories too that maybe I'm just unaware of, that like these monsters really do interact with each other and are from the same universe, or is it just?
I'm curious as to why would they be in, like, what do they like? They're all bad guys technically. So like,
And I feel like they all come from individual stories. Like the story of Dracula is, I don't think it involves the Wolfman or Frankenstein. You know, it's just about the story of a vampire. Frankenstein's story is about the story of Dr. Frankenstein creating a monster. So
I almost feel
you
like,
know,
funny
I don't
enough,
get it.
I think the title of it, the last Sean Connery movie, I believe, was called The Avengers after a UK show. Had nothing to do with the comic book, but it was just called The Avengers. And I believe they definitely had a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I don't know how many other monsters they had, but yeah, they lived in a world where like all those guys existed, and they would like, some of them were on the team, and some of them, I want to say maybe Invisible Man was on the team too. Like it was almost like that was the Dark Universe, you know?
Are you talking about
Sean Connery's last movie.
Oh no, you said the event. You know what movie I'm thinking about though? The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Reminds me of, because he's in that movie too. Is he?
It is
You're
the League
bugging.
of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Avengers is a UK show, but it has nothing to do with
Okay. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen has the Invisible Man, Tom Sawyer's in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the characters, but
Jekyll and Hyde is in it.
Yeah, no, I remember that. But that movie's actually all right, but that's not the same thing. They didn't individually come out with movies for these kids. It was just like, yo, what if we took some of these cool characters and put them together on a team? But it wasn't like, yeah, that movie's, I don't know. It sounds different than what you're describing with this classic monster thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think Dr. Jekyll is the monster hunter. Like Russell Crowe, he's like takes him a monster. He says this line, takes a monster to know a monster. So he hunts them. So maybe
yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, maybe that's why they're all in the same movie, as to catch them all at the same time.
On the other hand, I'll try to change my thought. Maybe that is kind of cool that there is a world where these monsters, which are classic and iconic, you know, where they do exist. You know, there's a world where, you know, there is Dracula and a werewolf man, and I suppose in some way, you know, they do exist in the same world. You know what I'm saying? Not in their own stories, but just a world where there are monsters like that. You know, and I suppose all the stories have their own themes behind the monsters. Dr. Frankenstein, the mad scientist, you know, whatever Dracula represents and whatever the Wolfman represents. So for them to all be in one universe, in and of itself, I don't think is bad. I don't know. I just don't see the point for it. But yeah, because Van Helsing does that. You know, those monsters all exist in that universe, and he's going about, you know, hunting them. And I said that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if those things are all real, then, you know, they'd all exist in London or whatever places there are. But to do some real Marvel thing, like, I don't know, man. What is the story? Like, why are they doing something? Like, because Van Helsing's story is Van Helsing's story, right? He's a monster hunter. So of course they're gonna have him hunt, you know, some of the most iconic monsters. And even in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the title is a team of, you know, extraordinary characters from different places put together on a team. But now we're talking about, like, what is the story for the monsters? Like, what are they doing in the universe? Is that they just existed? Or they team up to fight a worse bad guy? Like, I don't know.
And then I didn't see The Mummy, so I really don't know. You know?
The Mummy, I don't even see how The Mummy can be mixed in with other movies. X-Men Apocalypse, like,
yeah, I don't know.
Is Dracula worse than her? She looks like she's ending Earth and doesn't care about Wolfman.
Oh, so here's the thing.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Here's the thing. They did a Dracula movie 2 or 3 years ago with, I think, again, around the Vlad the Impaler times. And that was supposed to be...
he was like a good guy, right?
I think so. I didn't even know this movie came out. I only know about it because...
It's called Dracula something. Dracula, The Untold Story.
Yeah.
So the Untold Dracula.
That was supposed to be the beginning of the Dark Universe, but it bombed so hard that they omitted it, and then they had The Mummy be the beginning again. maybe this bombs so hard that they'll have the mummy.
Where does this universe lead, though? Like, what is...
And real quick,
how is the mummy going to interact with the Wolfman in movie number 3? Like, I'm just confused.
But real quick, because that's right, I didn't even get to talk about it bombing. So this movie came out last week. It got second place. It made 31 million, which I guess is cool. But it lost to first place at that week, Wonder Woman. But Wonder Woman was in its second week, and Wonder Woman made 58 million, you know? The Mummy cost 125 million to make, and it may or may not include all the promotion going on, because there's a lot of it, you know? So it made 31 million, and then it made...
Yeah, nobody's talking about the movie.
Yeah, it made 13 this week. Fourth place, because it lost to Cars 3, which beat Wonder Woman. And yeah, you know who was in third place? Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
I know, I saw that was out, yeah.
Real quick, Tupac. All right, Tupac is in 2,471 theaters versus all the other movies are in 4,000 theaters, including The Mummy. So Tupac with half the chance, still bopping The Mummy. And briefly on Tupac, I obviously haven't seen this movie either, but I read somebody post on Facebook, or no, on Snapchat. He said, good movie. I liked it a lot. You know, he's a hip-hop fan, so I expect that. But then he was like, I wonder where they came up with all that extra info in the last 20 years. I'm going to have to look that shit up.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I don't know. There might be some rewritten history.
We need to watch we need to watch the Tupac movies, what you're saying. There's some there's some way, hold on. Stop, you gotta be, there's some Tupac secrets.
I'm just saying, I don't know which movie is more fantasy right now. The Mummy or All Eyes on Me. That's all I'm saying. You know, like there might be some
hip-hop secrets. We might have to get the secret info. Nobody cares about The Mummy, by the way.
And real quick, another movie.
Nobody cares about monster universes.
Another movie that bombed, I believe, finally. Pirates. Like, it still hasn't made its budget in America. Pirates of the Caribbean. It came out weeks ago.
There's another one? Oh,
yeah, there's the fifth one, yeah. Javier Bardem is the bad guy here, too. So...
they're going to do terrible with this monster universe if they attempt to keep doing this.
But I mean,
so hopefully someone in their like studio listens to our podcast and stops this catastrophe.
Sometimes
this black hole of money wasting.
Sometimes winning is less the movie you make and more the time you release it. And you got to know if The Mummy, like, we probably shouldn't come out next to Wonder Woman. Even after the week, but if it was the only, like, it came out in the right weekend on February and is the only thing to watch, people would go. I'm not saying it's gonna make like Mummy 1 more money or 2 when he really blew up, but it might make more than it did. Like, but you put it next to Wonder Woman, like maybe they thought, these DC movies is ass, bro. Like, like let's just go for it. But when Wonder Woman came out and it was amazing, then I think the word of mouth, spread to week 2 to keep it at least going, it had no chance,
I think if they more openly marketed that there was a universe, maybe it would have got people.
I think they are too. They're bragging about that a lot.
I've seen a trailer with Tom Cruise. There was no
it's not in the trailer, but if you hear anybody talk about this movie, that's all they talk about. It's the start of the universe, the dark universe. I told you the logo's in the beginning.
Are there hints of the other people in the movie?
I told you Jekyll's in there. I don't know if anybody else, but Dr. Jekyll's in there.
In The Mummy, okay.
Yeah, Russell Crowe, he's in there. He's the monster hunter.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll stay neutral. We'll see. The Mummy didn't look like it was anything I needed to see, but maybe this monster universe thing is just a new cool way to tell some classic stories that obviously people really like, and like classic iconic characters whose stories have been told over and over again in different ways. And maybe this is somewhat of a new way because it's not completely new. You know, maybe in the universe sense it is, but we've seen all these characters in Van Helsing, and you know, some of them, like you said, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and there, like I said, there might have even been crossovers in the old silly, what is it, Abbott and Costello, Warner Brothers black and white, you know, movies, Dracula and all that stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it will be good. I just don't. I feel like people are reaching, like they're just reaching for the next thing. This feels like less of an attempt at really telling these stories and more of an attempt to jump onto something that's trending. And this is just the skin for it.
Need them universes, dude.
Because they can't create a superhero universe, right? Another one, right? Those already exist.
The Disverse with you and Duke and other people just dissing each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
But yes,
it all depends on how they tell the story. It could be super dope. It could be, but I think it's off to a bad start. To be fair, I haven't seen The Mummy, but
talk about a movie that we talked about before, Alien. 97 million budget, has still only made 72.
It's getting close.
Baywatch,
guess, right?
69 million budget, has still only made 55. This is why they made a universe. If you don't make a comic book movie and you want to be a big boy movie, you may not make money, you know? You may so
yeah.
Like if that's your goal, you know, I mean, Tupac's not trying to do that, you know, with All Eyes on Me. They're not trying to make $1 billion.
What's the biggest movie in comparison to Baywatch to be like, look,
well, comedies.
Or do all Baywatch type silly comedy movies only make 50 million their first weekend anyway?
I heard I've heard these stories about The Rock. It might be true. It might not be stories, but it just made me funny because I just don't think his movies. I love The Rock, by the way, but I just don't think his movies are the greatest. And I heard something that he's the highest paid actor, or at least one of, because I don't think he's higher than Robert Downey Jr., but maybe he is. But he's like one of the highest paid actors, The Rock, you know? But I'm like, it didn't work here, so maybe he needs to team up with Kevin Hart again or something, you know? I don't know. But maybe this is good too, because it's a rated R movie. But nah, Deadpool did amazing, so maybe it's not good.
I don't know, man.
But look, this is more product of bringing back old crap. This is live adaptation.
Yeah, I know, and again, it's just more remakes. I mean, at the same time, since they are going to bring these back, I guess I can't complain that they're trying to do something new. Because we always complain that they're just bringing it back. And if they are combining them into this universe, I guess that's a fresh look at the classic monsters. I just don't think I care for it. You know, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't be. I just like good movies. They don't have to be in universes, is all I'm saying. And I don't know how this is going to turn out because it's almost seems forced that they're just trying to do something that's going on now with the comic book movies, as opposed to just maybe making a really good remake of The Mummy. Yeah, maybe they did that, but I don't know. It's like more marketing, you know, like it's I don't know.
Cars 3, #1 movie, though.
That's not surprising. I'm not going to see Cars 3 or The Mummy.
I haven't seen any.
Not anytime soon. Maybe I should see The Mummy and see what's like. Because that cast does sound pretty crazy. That doesn't mean anything, but
they're not in that movie, dude. But I mean,
who makes this? Warner Brothers? Because don't they
Universal? That makes sense.
Universal, not Universal.
They would own the Universal monsters. Yeah, they would.
Yeah, no, because those are the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
The Abbott and Costello Universal. Okay.
Yeah.
I said Warner Brothers earlier. Hey, man, I guess, right? You might as well use them if you got them.
I guess.
See if we could do something new, I suppose.
Can Tom Cruise matter?
G.I. Joe crossing over with Transformers? What are you talking about?
These have been
I just
ideas, but
remember
I
that you
think
said
that
that.
series is going on so strong. I don't know if they're gonna want to cross over. I keep hearing
Transformers?
yeah, they keep bodying.
You don't think it's
I mean,
you
Mark
don't think it's gonna
Wahlberg's
stop?
getting his second movie, yo, and right now with Anthony Hopkins, dog. And
You don't think this is the end?
I believe the moment one of those movies falls, maybe they divert into a transitional crossover phase. But when those movies got announced, Mark Wahlberg was like, I'm doing 3 movies. When the last night got announced, we're like, yo, I got 3 more movies coming out. Like, they gonna keep going. It's like Fast and the Furious. Like, Fast and the Furious is the inspiration for, like, why stop at 3? You know, like for some of these movies. Yeah.
The formula movies.
Yeah. So, Transformers was like, just have robots do shit with people around. Like, we'll make the same, dramatic story with the people. And we'll have robots pee on people, and it'll all be good. I heard. Oh wait, check this out. I think Bumblebee's getting his own movie for some reason.
Whoa!
like, Bumblebee movie. Let me just confirm.
Man.
Transformers 5 is Mark Wahlberg's last one. So I guess so. Maybe he's done. But Transformers Bumblebee spinoff prequel to be set in the 80s, because we all know how that worked out for X-Men.
This is the money. So, see, these are the money grab movies. It's just like, I can't even take them seriously. Maybe the first Transformers was like, yeah, cool. And now it's like, y'all just going to keep releasing the same thing as long as it's going to make money. Whereas, to be fair, I think Marvel has some formula-ness too, but the characters are so different that you don't... Like, say all Marvel had was Iron Man 5. I think, Iron Man is a character. I think we just... By Iron Man 5, we'd be like, okay.
I mean, maybe. It just depends how good they were doing it.
Well, I already saw the first 3, and I don't...
Yeah, but those were bad, and in my hard opinion, those were bad movies. I know they were in part 1's important.
The first one wasn't that bad, because it was the first one. But yeah, I agree. I don't.
Part 1's important for what it did. It changed the world. But I mean,
after that, it's the same movie though. It's the same formula.
Yes, isn't it fun to be Iron Man? That was my problem. He never got a real bad guy.
Isn't it fun to see big robots smash things? That's what I'm saying. It's like the same formula.
Well, maybe that's why they focus on these other guys.
Exactly. But that's what I was gonna say.
Because they have better people. They have better stories, and then you can just keep dropping bits of Iron Man here and there, and he can have fun.
Whereas in the Transformers, they don't. It's the Transformers, and I don't know that we necessarily want to see solo Transformer movies. That's
you don't want to be in the 80s with Bumblebee, man. I guess not. That sounds like.
I like Bumblebee. I don't. Could be a dope movie, but it's probably going to be Transformers 6, in the 80s, and that's what I'm saying.
The Bumblebee movie.
Or what other movies recent like that? Like you said, Fast and the Furious.
Last week, Paramount Pictures announced release dates for 3 more movies in the Transformers franchise. The studio has clarified that Transformers 6 will be standalone product for Camaro Bumblebee. While the next 3 were announced, they will not be treated the same way by the studio. Let's see, blah blah blah. So, is
Michael Bay still doing them?
There are characters in the Transformer universe that can be and should be made into their own movies. And Bumblebee is the first. This is quote from people who have money. In the
people who have money?
Yeah, one of these people, Brad Gray, chairman and CEO of Paramount.
Oh, see, all right.
Michael Bay did this movie. I don't know if he's doing all of them.
That's the tech now. No, that's the tech. Except they're doing it in reverse, but it's the same concept, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? They just have reverse engineering it now.
This article is about how they're gonna do those movies and spend less money than Transformer movies.
Is this what you were talking about hating? The mainstream. Look how it's spread. This is what you're talking about. It's right here.
I've never even liked any Transformers movie though. That's the problem. like I
No,
hated them
but
since
I
one.
know that, but now I'm saying like now,
Yeah.
is this gonna diminish? Nah, I don't think it'll change your perception on Marvel. But I'm just saying, now it's like, is this the thing now? Now universes and mashups, does this become the new cookie cutter norm? And now it gets watered down to the point where it's just like, damn, you don't even want to see it anymore.
Well, that's what I told you with the
Even
TV
if it is
shows.
good.
That's what I told you what was happening with the TV shows, you know? The WCW shows like had Flash been the only show, I think I would appreciate that show more. But they all kind of, even though Flash wasn't the first, I feel like Flash perfected the formula, and then they put it everywhere else. And yeah, so every show is the same show, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
Now we'll have movie. Now everyone will have lots of movie universes. Yeah. So if you didn't like the comic book movie universe, there'll be more other things, I suppose.
Well, I mean, yeah, the CW has a little crisscross in there, and I don't mind that because it's DC. But I mean, that's not the problem with those shows, like that they cross over. The problem is other things with those shows. But
yeah. Huh. I don't know, man. I can't say I care much for The Mummy or Transformers 6 or Alien Covenant. I don't know. Maybe the monster thing would be cool. Maybe. Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
Song of the week, real quick. Oh, what are you going to say?
Nah, it's all good. So, yeah, we could do that.
You're done with the universes? You all right?
Yeah.
No final thoughts on that?
Yeah.
You're right, though. It just, as things get successful, obviously people are going to want to emulate and imitate. And then we get to a point where it's just like, everybody's doing it now. It's just, it just becomes old. You know what I'm saying? We like those things because they're new and different. And then once everyone starts doing it, it's not new and different anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like the quality decreases. The quality doesn't keep up either. Yeah. Maybe one thing, if everyone imitated and copied something and kept it as good as the Avengers, as good as, the Captain America movie or not Avengers. Civil War. But that tends to not be the case. It's like a slightly weaker genetic copy, and it's just, after seeing a bunch of those, you're just kind of like, yo, I don't care. You get Spider-Man syndrome. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Singularity.
That's what I got.
Everything
Spider-Man
becomes
syndrome.
The same.
Yeah. Duke Money.
Song of
Was
the
there
week.
Anything left on the agenda?
Song of the week, I guess.
What's your song of the week? Oh, I know what your song of the week is. Since you didn't want to talk about it earlier. Go ahead, say it.
I don't know if I have one. I'm trying to pick one right now.
I thought it was Shakira.
I could pick it, but it's just like, I don't even know if I like it.
You don't even want to talk. I'm surprised you didn't want to talk about that.
It's just like...
Damn, you're just done? You're really upset about that. Wow. Talk about mainstream, huh? That one cut to the bone.
Music's funny, man. It's like I don't even want to be a part of it sometimes.
Since Boosh obviously doesn't want to bring it up, I'm just going to mention it. He played me a song by Shakira. It's crazy. It's called Trap, which is ridiculous, out of control that it's called that. And it has a trap beat, and it's the dude is the vocals are in Spanish, but it just has a complete
mumble rap, auto-tune,
trap, mumble rap vibe.
Mumble
but it's Shakira,
singing, actually, but
and like a Colombian, it's just like, why? And Boosh is obviously upset that trap has transcended.
It's everywhere, though, man. It's everywhere. Like, you go to K-pop now, it's there too. It's like it's singularity, dude. Like, everything's the same now. It's just... Yeah, when I played...
Shakira has a trap song out.
when I played you Japanese music or Korean music back in New York, that shit was different, whether you liked it or not. But now it's like it's all the same, you know. And it's like, why? Why is there trap everywhere I go in every country?
Yeah, why? Yeah, no, I don't. That song is. Is it the monies? It's got to be the monies. You don't think it's the monies?
I end up sounding like one of those like Cornell West or Michael Dyson guy, you know, like, cause it's just like, man, like we glorify the negative one, and that's the one everyone emulates. Like, let alone our kids, it's just everyone, literally the world, you know.
But we complain about it, right? We love the stuff. I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
But it has to be the monies.
I guess, man. Those are like the Migos boys doing it. We better do it too, or something. I don't know. But
yeah, no, it's a popular thing. So it's like, you know, bandwagon.
Do you even
information flows so freely that, you know, you can see what's trending real quick, and obviously Boosh doesn't like the trap song by Shakira.
I mean, I sort of like
that's
it
all I'll
because
bring up on that.
Just like from the David guy from CNN, he was like, it's all about beats now, so it's all right from that perspective. But it's just like, I didn't need to go to you. I didn't go to you to just hear another Mike Will Made It song.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Jesus Christ.
Like, it's like, why am I going to Colombia to still hear Mike Will Made It? like I could have just went to hear, you know, like. That's bullshit. Yeah,
no. Why is the Wolfman in the universe with, you know, Dr. Frankenstein? You know? That's all I'm saying. Like, why is this? It's necessary, or, you know?
Yeah.
Song of the week. I heard this song by like I think it's called like Real Wolf Underground. Real Wolf. I don't know.
I don't even know what
they put compilations together of some rappers. I heard this song by Real Wolf. It's like REEL. And it's a compilation called Underground Part 1. And I watched the video for it, and it was crazy. Let me tell you, it was like crazy rapper after crazy rapper, more like on the underground side, but I mean, it was like Ill Bill was on it, Benny Paz was on it, Apathy, Self-Titled, Slain. There might have been like 10 dudes on it. Sean Strange. There might have been like 10, 11 dudes on it, going hard. Immortal Technique might have even been on. I can't even remember who was on it. It was a hidden, forbidden collab. One of these things, like, whose idea was it to make this? This was genius. It has a bunch of super dope people on it. That was my song of the week. Real Wolf Underground Part 1, featuring everybody that's badass.
I don't know. I was trying to come up with something. I don't know. I was thinking of a wave beat. Nah, man. I was thinking of a wave beat, but I was like, that wave beat that came out this week, it wasn't strong enough. It's cool, but it's just like.
No song of the week? Is that's an acceptable?
I'm gonna
put song of the week.
Nah. So I was doing like laptop work the other day, and I ended up having to hear the Joker's album called The Mainframe, and I was like, man, this was a badass album. This is a bad man. So my song of the week is the whole album, The Mainframe, by Joker. It's not even
song
new.
Of the week, Joker.
The Mainframe.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
That Real Wolf thing I saw definitely wasn't new. So
yeah.
Joker, The Mainframe album, and Real Wolf Underground.
Yeah.
Crazy rap compilation. Craziness. And would you say that was wave music? So those are our
Joker is like he was part of the original Dubstep is Blowing Up movement.
Dubstep.
But he's I used to always say he sounds more like what if Dr. Dre made that music. He doesn't sound like dubstep though. Yeah. He got.
I throw all that dubstep. I don't know the difference. I mean, I do if you play songs, but
yeah.
Very well. Are we missing anything else? Is there anything we haven't told the people? Is there anything we need to get off our chest this week? Or have we entertained and satisfied?
I don't know, man. We need $20,000 a month, right?
We do need that, people. So please, all the support, it's greatly appreciated.
Podcast maybe coming out on iTunes soon. Maybe. Has to be accepted.
Oh, yeah. Videos coming next, too. So videos, look out for the video. Video's going to come next.
If we could ever figure out audio. If we could ever
Well, it'll work out. But sounds like that's all. Sounds like that's it, right? Do you feel a load off your chest?
Nah, ain't no loads on my chest.
See, I didn't say that. So you felt like a load off your chest. You know, like a weight's been lifted for your shoulders, getting this out to the people.
Nah, son.
He's upset about that Shakira song, obviously. Still perturbed by it. But
never forget.
Hey, man, it is the way it is. All right, more the same. So we'll try to keep it different for you people. And if you don't like it, we really don't care. We'll just go in your own universe.
Damn. Now you go to your own universe.
Go in your own monster universe, dog. I'm about to create my own universe.
There you go. All right, then. Bacon,
I think that's chocolate. It, folks. Bacon, chicken, and chocolates. Thank you for tuning in. KaiserSoBoosh, the Kaiser and the Boosh. You heard it direct this week. That's it. Stop being the same. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. Get money.